there, it's Mark Carlson here. So today's video, how can you heal your insecurities quickly? Well, the first thing we've got to recognize is we've got to change our perspective around what our insecurities are. So for the sake of healing, you don't have to unequivocally believe this, but for the sake of healing, I want you to take on the premise that you do know everything before you come here. You choose to come here. You choose to forget everything so you can have this limited experience, this finite experience. So you're aware before you come here, and your soul knows what you decide before you come here what you want to learn. So depending on what you want to learn, you then choose your personality type, you choose your gender, you choose your tribal race, you choose your family, and then you go down, because you know with all of those parameters, everything will work towards you learning the lessons that you want to learn. You also choose the insecurities that you want. Now, why would you choose insecurities? Well, remember, we're coming here to have an adventure. We come here to discover who we are, right? We come here, that's the reason. We come here to discover the separate reality that we live in here. Because where we're from, we're one with what we know of as God. And so we come here to have a completely different experience from that. And in my case, I've definitely come here learning how to value myself. So I really didn't value myself in my younger years. And I'm still working on that, but it's way better. So if I use that example to show you, so I have a huge insecurity. So I was adopted to start with. This is not a poor me story. It's a real story. My adoptive parents were extremely loving to me. But of course, in my cells, my mother, my biological mother, left me. So I've taken that on, that there's something wrong with me. Right now, not all babies do, but I definitely did. So that's the beginning of my journey of understanding that I don't value myself. Right? And then lots of other things happen. So I've got the insecurity in there already, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy. And then because I follow that value and that belief, I create and I make decisions to make sure that that belief that I'm not good enough is validated. I do that unconsciously, and I did it many, many, many times. Trust me when I say that. Many times in my life, I'd make decisions that would end up in a result that would validate me not believing I'm good enough. And so my journey to discover myself has been working with that. But the insecurity, you see, look, if I come here and I want to learn how to love me or how to value me, I can't arrive here I can't arrive here valuing me already, otherwise I wouldn't have the opportunity to have that experience. So I come with the insecurity to give me the opportunity to learn what I came here to learn. And in my case, it was to learn how to value myself. And everything played perfectly for me to do that, you see. Every aspect from birth all the way up, right? It's been playing to help me learn how to value myself. It also, because it was difficult for me, it drove me onto the path that I'm on. I went into addictive behavior, and then to get out of the addictive behavior, I went onto this path where I'm learning personal and spiritual development. So it's all a perfect setup if the right perception is used. So your insecurities that you're dealing with are your guiding angel. They are there to help you wake up. They're there to help you discover the thing that you came here to discover. So you look at your insecurity, and if it was opposite, if you didn't have that insecurity, what would you be doing? What is the insecurity? And then you know, oh, that's what you plonked inside of yourself. That's what you put inside of yourself to make sure that you'd gain the lessons, that you'd get the understanding that you came here to get. So, you know, when I went into addictive behaviors, because I didn't want to see my soul, I didn't want to see the message. Most people don't want to see their soul. They're very happy doing what life tells them to do. But when you look at your soul and you have a look inside at what's going on, there's usually a lot of stuff to deal with, and most people don't want to do that. I'm not saying that you are one of those people because you're watching this video, but that's the case. And so now you want to be looking at your insecurity as your gift. It's being helping you. It's there to direct your attention in to overcome the actual security. What a gift. So how do you heal it? Once you realize, okay, I've got this insecurity. Yeah, I acknowledge that I put it there, but I've still got the insecurity. So how can I heal it? Well, you've got to do the opposite of what you have been doing up until now. So what you'll find if you look is that you've been judging the insecurity within you. You've been trying to get rid of it. It's a valid part of you that's actually trying to help you, and you've been trying to get rid of it. Don't want to see that. That's what I did with my addictive behavior. Don't want to see that about me. Right? Let me not look at that just yet. Let's just do something to avoid it, right? But you've got to wake up to the mature part of you that says, okay, let's have a look at this. So instead of judging the insecurity, you now have to revere it. And how do you revere it? Well, you look at which areas in your life that you've developed that are good because of the insecurity. What skills have you gained? What great accomplishments have you made? Don't listen to your mind because it might say nothing, right? But you're a great being that you've got this far and you're interested in this sort of work. So you're interested in getting to love. So you're doing great work and you just keep on the path. So what have I developed that's good? What skills have I developed because of the insecurity? What paths have I gone on? You know, I've found my purpose because of my insecurity. And quite often that's why it's there, to help you to get onto your purpose. So you start revering the insecurity. So you completely change the energy that you've been perceiving it from, right? You completely change that. And when you do that, your whole entire energy processing system shifts, and you then allow more goodness to come in because you're starting to love the part of you that you weren't loving. Right? You're looking at an aspect of you that you were never loving, and you're starting to authentically revere it and say, wow, what a gift you are to me. Thank you so much. Now, of course, when you change your vision and your focus on the insecurity to one where you're loving it, the entire thing starts to heal. The insecurity heals because all of a sudden it's got this energy coming down onto it saying, I love you, baby. Right? And it's never had that its whole life because it's been having arrows pointing at it and swords stabbed into it. You know, it's been doing this the whole time, and now all of a sudden you're throwing all this love onto it. Now, it might not believe you at first, just like a child that had been hurt over and over, or an animal that's been hurt over and over. When a loving being comes and gives love to the child, they won't believe it at first, or the animal. But with time, the insecurity will realize, oh, there's a change, and I'm being loved. So let me show you my greatness. Right? And you'll find your greatness. The insecurity will be healed. You've got the new skills, and life will really change for you because you're directing love to an area where you weren't. Have an absolutely fantastic day when you watch this. I look forward to talking to you again next time. Thank you so much.